Another brick fan with a Harry Potter set. This is the Gryffindor House Banner. This is set 76409, was released in March 2023. It has 285 pieces, 3 minifigures, and cost about $35 when it was released. This set represents one of 4 house banners that have been released here in 2023. This one, of course, is in gold and red, which are the colors for the Gryffindor house. There are banners, of course, for the other 3 houses, Slytherin, Ravenclaw, and Hufflepuff. This is a lot like the class books. For example, this one right here. And these have all kinds of little accessories to build up a classroom inside. Like that, this one here, this Gryffindor house banner, also has a very decorative inside, as you can see. Get the minifigures out of the way. We'll take a look at those closer here in a minute. But also, as you can see, there's a bunch of different things here up in the classroom. So there's a portrait over here. There's a little snitch there. There's a stairway that goes back behind here. We'll talk about that in a minute. There's a picture there of Godric Gryffindor as well. There, of course, is the Hogwarts, or the Gryffindor crest there, right above the fireplace. And then a window over here. It looks like maybe a little sitting couch. Down below, you see that there is a broom here that is got a spot to hang that. Here's the sword of Gryffindor. And then there's a chocolate bar here that you can remove. There's also a little table and a couple chairs here. And this does have a chess set on it, as you can see. And then there's another little sticker with some books and things down over here in the corner and a couple of candles. Now, you may have noticed the background here. So the way this is built is kind of clever. So they leave a lot of openings here, some windows and different things here. And then behind this is a holographic panel. So you see here is this panel that goes back behind. And if you move it, I'm not sure how well this is going to show up on camera, but you can see that the holograms change slightly. You know, larger trophies here. Godric Gryffindor has his hand up in this position and his hand down on the sword in this position. There is a griffin flying across the sky here in the upper right-hand corner, and the clouds move slightly in the upper left-hand corner. So a little bit of detail there, and then you look here and you can see all these little gaps here in the back. So when I slide this into place, it then shows through there in certain areas to give you that impression of the back of the Gryffindor area. Now, this does fold up. So like I said, like the books, this kind of folds up and everything stores inside. So if I move this down here, you'll see this stays up. And this is designed to be hung. When closed, the banner is designed to be hung up, as you see here. This large tile here is printed with the Gryffindor logo. So we have that nice lion there. Of course, these are all built out of plates. So these are 8x8 plates. There's 2 of those and then a 8x8 slanted plate here on the bottom to give it that kind of banner look that they're going for. Looking at the back, you can see the holograph panel, and it's held in place by these little pieces here that, and if I lift it out, you can see here's the back side of the build itself. This set comes with 3 minifigures. They include Harry Potter. It's an older version. He has the longer legs here, so the full-size minifigure legs. This is Angelina Johnson from the Gryffindor Quidditch team in her Quidditch robes, at least on the top. She's wearing her Quidditch sweater, I believe. And over here is Neville Longbottom, also in his black Gryffindor robes. They all come with wands, as you can see. I think the prints are very nice. Here's Harry kind of looking a little bit sloppy. He tied his tie wrong, and his sweater's just open here. Angelina looks good with this nice smiling face. She has the kind of the princess hair, so there's a braid that goes around. We'll see that in just a second. And then Neville's got kind of his buck teeth there and this pretty good hairpiece for Neville. At least he's smiling in this, and you can see that he's got his robes on. As we move around these figures, you see there's no printing on the sides. There's that braid like I was talking about on Angelina. The backs of all these figures, here's what you expect, the robe look here for Neville. Here's his alternate expression. Angelina has the striped sweater there for her Quidditch robes. And then Harry, of course, just has the back of this normal robe there. This hair piece does not actually show off his scar. You can sort of see it right there up in the corner, but when you put the hair piece down, unless you get it positioned just right, it's pretty hard to see his lightning scar, his signature lightning scar. Overall, very nice minifigures for this set. Now let's go back and I will give you my final thoughts. Overall, I really like the look and the effect that we get with the hologram that sits behind this. I like how they kind of keep some gaps in it to frame out some of the things that happen on the hologram, which is pretty cool. I do like the look of the common room. So this is the Gryffindor common room. And each one is kind of themed pretty well. They did some good things from the movie. So they have the golden snitch up here. This is the stairway that goes to the dormitories. The fireplace does have a kind of representation of Sirius Black, depending on how you move on the hologram. So that is a nice little feature as well. And of course, Godric Gryffindor there in the middle. And then behind the snitch is a trophy, either a first place trophy, because I believe they won one year during the series. There's a little writing table over there as well. So very nice representation of the Gryffindor common room. The minifigures are nice. As I said, we get Angelina Johnson, which I think this is the first time we've gotten her, but she's in her Gryffindor Quidditch robes, which is nice, as we pointed out earlier. On to price. So the books that came out last year and the year before were $29, and I thought those were a little bit expensive. These typically have fewer pieces than those did. So at $35, I think they're definitely overpriced. This particular banner has 285 pieces, so we're looking at what, 12 or so cents per piece, which is again high, which is higher than the 10 cent per piece that I think is a good value. 3 minifigures. I still think this would have been much nicer at a $25 price point rather than a $35 price point, but Lego has definitely gone up in price over the last little bit. Still a good set to get if you like to collect the Harry Potter Lego sets. I think this one fits right in really well with a collection, and the way that it hangs up is pretty nice. So you can hang this up on your wall or next to some of your other Legos. Hope you've enjoyed my thoughts on this Harry Potter set. I'm going to get started on my next video. And until then, happy building. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to see more of my Lego reviews. I've left a link to my Lego Harry Potter review playlist up here on the screen.